Hey, welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion Remastered. In this episode, we're going to make our way back to Fort Farragut, speak to Lucian the Chance, and see what our further orders are now that we have purified the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. And I was looking at our inventory. We have a latent sigil stone here, and its attack is for absorb speed. And I'm thinking I might want to add that to our glass longsword. And I think I will. So let's go ahead and do that. First, we have to add a name for it. So let's see here. What do we want to name this thing? I'm going to name it Green Thunder. Green Thunder. Hold on a second here. Yeah, Green Thunder. So now we have a sword. We have a nice sword that is absorb speed. So that's fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and head on over to Fort Farragut now. We still have a subjacent sigil stone, but the problem with the subjacent sigil stone is that its weapon power is, I think it's like Soul Trap on strike, I think is what it is. But no, I'm second guessing myself. I have to look at this now. It is Soul Trap and it's resist magic. So I feel like what we're going to wind up using that for is the resist magic part of it. But we don't have we don't have the proper equipment to enchant that with yet. So we're going to go ahead and hold on to the subjacent sigil stone for the time being. Where is the shortcut? Where is the shortcut to the place? Is it this? Yes, it is. Hello. Trapdoor to Fort Farragut. Hey there, Lucian.
The ritual of purification is complete. Well done. Sithis has been appeased, and the time has come to acknowledge and reward your unwavering loyalty. The Black Hand is most pleased with your progress. You have been invited to share in secrets that few within the Dark Brotherhood even know exist. Your life in the Sanctuary is over. Those contracts are behind you. Now, you will serve the Black Hand. You will serve me. From this moment forward, you will walk in the shadows as my silencer.
Silencer.
You will receive contracts only from me. Your new life has begun.
Okay, but what do I have to do now?
It is quite simple, really. No longer will you receive orders directly. Instead, you will visit dead drop locations scattered throughout Cyrodiil. Your next contract can be found at the Dead Drop on Hero Hill, southeast of here. A hollow in the moss-covered rock contains all you need to know. When you leave here, we will not speak again unless I deem it necessary. Yes, there is one last thing. I have for you a very special gift.
Oh, yay!
Waiting just outside.
Yay!
Is a magnificent steed named Shadowmere.
Hooray!
She has served me well. I present her now to you as a token of my trust and love. Now go, and may Sithis guide you in this new stage of your life's dark journey.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Go now, child of Sithis.
I want to see Shadowmere. I want to go see Shadowmere. Where is she? Where is she at? Is she over here somewhere? Hello? There you are. Hey there, girl. How's it going, sweetie? Ah, I'm excited to go on a journey with you. The cool thing about Shadowmere in this game is that she attacks things and she is immortal, which is just fantastic. The good thing is that you don't have to ride her everywhere if you don't want to. She follows your fast traveling, so if you want to travel around with her, you can, but I probably won't because I want to be getting athletics skills increased. So we probably won't be using her all that much, but the good thing is that she does exist, and if she is nearby and she is nearby enemies, she will very much destroy those enemies because she doesn't care. She is immortal, and she will kill off everything in her path. But okay, let's go ahead and make our way to Hero Hill. Speaking of athletics increasing, our athletics just increased, which is exactly why we're running and not taking a horse. All right, here we are. There's an Ayleid well there, but I'm not super concerned about an Ayleid well. We're not using Whoa. We're not using Magicka, so I'm not particularly concerned about an Ayleid well. Just gonna go ahead and very slowly inch my way up this hill here. Man, this place is very, very hilly indeed. Whoa, don't fall down and get yourself killed. That would be a mistake. I mean, doing a little bit of falling is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that'll increase your acrobatic skill just a little bit, but you don't want to fall too much. Falling too much is going to lead to your demise, and you do not want to lead to your demise. This is going to take 1,000 years at this speed. Where am I even going right now? I'm not so sure. Hero Hill is over here somewhere. Take a little bit of damage from that. Did we find Hero Hill? Have we successfully discovered Hero Hill? There we go. Hero Hill discovered. What's the hollowed out rock? Dead drop orders 1. I visited my first dead drop location. Let's go ahead and read this here dead drop here. Dead drop orders number 1. You are now reading your first dead drop note here on Hero Hill, which is proof to me you are well appointed to the tasks that lie ahead. Journey now to Leafrot Cave. There you will encounter an ancient necromancer who is attempting to escape death by transforming himself into a lich. This necromancer, Celadan, has not yet completed his metamorphosis, but is still immensely powerful, possibly too powerful to destroy if confronted directly. Search Leafrot Cave. Necromancers are wizards after all, and wizards are prolific by nature. Celadan certainly has written records, and these records may contain evidence of some kind of weakness. Perhaps there is some other way to destroy Celadan besides a direct confrontation, but destroy him you must. When the necromancer lies dead, journey to the city of Coral for your next dead drop. At the foot of the great oak hidden in the bushes is an old sack. Inside you will find your reward for killing the necromancer, as well as information regarding your next contract. Serve me well, Silencer, and there's no telling just how far you might advance. Okay, so we have to go to Leafrot Cave then. That's where we have to go now. So where is Leafrot Cave? Where is that going to be? That is the big question. Where are you at, Leafrot? You are way out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Fantastic. Let's see. How am I going to make my way over there? I suppose I can go to the Bayron stables and then just kind of walk our way over there. It's going to be, well, we're going to be swimming part of our way over there, but... Alright, wait until the game decides to catch up to itself, as we always like to do. It's 12 in the morning, so I'm going to go ahead and wait for 6 hours, so it's actually bright somewhat, so we're not wandering around in the dark. Because that's not what I like to do. I don't like wandering around in the dark. And I'm sure you guys don't appreciate having a dark screen anyways, so let's go ahead and do it in the early morning hours. Aha, and there's the door in the Nibbin Bay right there. So that is what we'll do eventually, is the Shivering Isles. I'm not going to worry about discovering the door to the Shivering Isles yet. We'll worry about that later. But for the time being, let's just go ahead and pass on by this and do a nice long swim to the other side. We will worry about discovering the gate to the Shivering Isles at a later time, because we are quite a long ways away from doing the Shivering Isles. The Shivering Isles is pretty scary. Everything there is pretty terrifying, so I'm not exactly worried about doing anything with the Shivering Isles for quite some time, so don't get your hopes up that we'll be doing that here anytime soon, but we will do it eventually. It has been well over a decade since I've done anything having to do with the Shivering Isles, so it's going to be, when we do eventually do it, it's going to be basically blind, because I don't remember anything about the Shivering Isles, not a single thing about the Shivering Isles. So when we do eventually do that, it's going to be an experience. It is going to be an experience for sure. Now let's go ahead and do some swimming across this here water. We're still a whole 1250 steps away from our destination. But the good thing is that we're increasing our athletic skills by swimming right now. And as they say, swimming is better than running for increasing your athletic skills, so we're doing a pretty good thing by swimming right now. But it's sure taking us a long time to get to where we need to be right now. At least we get nice, cool lighting effects, you know, swimming across this water right now. You get a nice, cool idea as to what the Unreal Engine can do with sunlight. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat indeed. I'm not gonna complain about this. All right, let's go ahead and make our way to the other side here. Oh, there's a ton of deer. There's a family of deer right there. What's up with that? They're all just kind of hanging out together. What's up, guys? I am just going to go ahead and pass right on by you. I'm not interested in killing any of you guys. You guys are a family, and I'm going to keep you guys alive. So you guys can go ahead and live. I am not interested in hurting you guys. Go ahead and take that foxglove. You guys go ahead and scatter. I'm not interested in hurting you guys. So you guys just live your little deery lives. Because I have other things to focus on rather than killing a group of deer. So let's head on over there, shall we? There's an enemy somewhere over there, and I'm willing to bet it's a mud crab. I'm willing to bet it's probably a mud crab, and it can piss right off because I'm not interested in fighting a mud crab. So let's head on over to where we've got to be. Still a whole 800 steps away. I'm going to go ahead and save the game before anything crazy goes down because the game is skipping a little bit, and I don't want my game to crash on me now. That would be a mistake. Or that'd be a bad thing to have happen after we just swam all the way across the water like that. So let's head on over to Leaf Rot Cave. Gonna do some running here. Do a little bit of running here. You don't want to run too much, though, because you're running uphill. Running uphill is not going to lead to good things for you. You're going to be running out of fatigue super quickly if you run uphill. All right, walking ever slowly. Again, one of my favorite things about Oblivion is this Oblivion remaster is the simple fact that they made it so your character slows down as they're walking uphill. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It's just a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it's very realistic, and I like it a lot. I like the realism about that. I think it's really, really neat. Oh shoot, my weapon is not favorited. Let's go ahead and favorite our weapon here. Green Thunder. Favorite it into our top slot. It's what we like to do, and we'll go ahead and equip our lovely glass bow as well. And continue on forward here. Hey guys, welcome to today's History Tidbit. Today we're going to talk about Bletchley Park. What is Bletchley Park and what happened there? Bletchley Park is an English country house in Buckinghamshire. This estate became the primary location for Allied code-breaking efforts during World War II. During the war, the building housed the government's code and cipher school, which had often infiltrated the communications of the Axis powers. The team at Bletchley Park was 75% women and utilized automatic machinery for decryption. This all led to the creation of Colossus, the world's first programmable electronic computer. Each section of the house was designated to a branch of the military. There were sections for the Navy, Army, Air Force, as well as MI6. Once the U.S. entered the war, several American cryptographers were sent to be posted to one of the outer huts of Bletchley, and by May 1943 there was a close partnership between British and American intel. By contrast, the Soviet Union was never officially told of the park and its activities, which reflected Winston Churchill's distrust of the Soviets at the time. However, the Soviet Union did manage to sneak a spy named John Cairncross into the estate, and he would send information to Moscow. Most German messages were cracked using one or more versions of the Enigma machine. Luftwaffe messages were the first to be read in quantity. There were attempts to crack German naval codes, but procedures were much tighter. Codebooks needed to be captured before this was feasible. Make our way to Leaf Rot Cave, wherever Leaf Rot Cave might wind up being. It's around here somewhere. There's Fort Goldthroat. I don't want to discover Fort Goldthroat, so I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, is there an imp somewhere? Oh, how's it going? How's it going, guy? How's it going, little friend? I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot you out of the air with my glass. So thanks very much. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on by that there fort, because I'm not interested in discovering that fort right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and pass right on by it. Not interested in discovering that fort right now, so we're gonna pass right on by it, and we'll worry about discovering it at a later time. Worry about discovering that at a later time. So let's go ahead and continue making our way to Leaf Rot Cave, hopefully without discovering anything else, because I don't feel like discovering anything else right now. I feel like just making our way to where we gotta go to. We'll spend videos doing exploring later. That is what we shall do. Right now we're just focused on our goal of killing our good friend Celadan. This necromancer named Celadon. Now, it is mentioned in the note that it's probably not smart to face Celadon head on, but that's always what I do. I always just face him head on. He's really not that dangerous. They say, like, oh, he might be too powerful to face head on, but he's really actually not that scary. So I'm really not all that concerned about fighting him, head on. So I think that's exactly what we're going to do. It shouldn't be too awfully difficult of a thing to do to face him head on, so I think that's exactly what we're going to do. What am I being attacked by right now? Oh, there's a wolf. Just chasing after me here. Is it really that worth it, Mr. Wolf? Was chasing me all that distance really worth it? That is the big question. 317 out of 340. We do need to do some selling. So once we're done with this quest, we'll probably go do some selling here. Grab that there. Nernroot Leaf Rot Cave discovered. The smith in Crucible can mold weapons and armor from madness ore. I'm pretty sure madness ore is a heavy armor ingredient, if memory is serving correctly, but I'm not entirely positive. Hello there, skeleton. How's it going? You're a skeleton guardian, but you don't have any armor, so I'm not necessarily terrified of you in any sense of the word. You have a dwarven bow, but I'm still not scared of you, my friend. I will go ahead and take your dwarven arrows that you have there. So thank you. I appreciate you. Same goes for you, Mr. Skeleton. I appreciate your existence, because you give me some lovely, lovely skills. You increase my lovely, lovely skills. The Path of Transcendence. Entry 1. My initial findings may have been inconclusive, but they set me on the path I will pursue until I achieve my goal for lie rotting in this cave. Either outcome will be a welcome respite from the days and nights I've spent toiling without food, water, or any kind of companionship. A lesser mage would have fallen prey to madness by now, I'm sure of it, but I am not a lesser mage. Though they try in earnest, though their hearts and minds are true to teachings of our great sovereign, my fellow necromancers lack the complete dedication required to achieve that ultimate goal, the state of lichdom. Not even Falkar himself can match my sheer tenacity, my unwillingness to accept failure on any level. That is why I, Celadon, will soon join the ranks of the Worm Eremites, those servants favored by our sovereign above all others. I will sit with honor and obedience at his right hand, while those fools in the Mages Guild grovel at my maggot-ridden feet. Entry 2. Even the most pedestrian peasant fairy tale has long held that a lich must somehow remain bound to his soul, and that connection most commonly manifests itself as a transference of the spirit into an actual physical object. An urn, a sarcophagus, a crystal phial. One Khajiit fairy tale even tells of a lich who preserved his spirit in the severed head of a wood elf infant. And these same peasants long comforted themselves with the belief that if they ever had the grave misfortune of facing a lich, they would need only find the vessel containing his spirit form and then destroy it, thus destroying the lich himself. Fools in their folklore. True liches possess no such weakness. Can one of the sovereign's worm eremites be bested by shattering a glass vase? The very notion is so absurd as to be comical. Yes, a necromancer must transfer his soul into a physical vessel, but once that transference is complete, once the necromancer is fully metamorphosed into his lich form, the vessel is inconsequential. But it's the process of this transference itself that has eluded me for so long. My soul remains bound to my earthly body, and nothing I have attempted has allowed me to free myself of this mortal coil and transform to the state of lichdom I so dearly desire. Entry 3. Every tome I've acquired, volumes of necromantic discourse, all useless. I have grown disgusted by the years of wasted life that have been poured into these so-called essential writings. Who in their right mind would ever wish to animate a month-dead cyrodiilic butterfly or bring life to the rotting husk of a rare albino mud crab? How many months have I wasted away in this cave, and for what reason? Ah, yes, I know. I will resurrect an army of deformed goblin younglings and march onto the White Gold Tower itself. That at least is in my reach. My mind has become a cesspool of necromantic waste, where reject spells and rituals compete for the honor of finally driving me completely insane. And still I am no closer to achieving my goal than I was when I first began this process. Am I losing faith in myself, in my discipline? Perhaps I have been studying too hard. Many a night I have sacrificed my prayers to our sovereign for one more experiment, one more incantation. What I need now is rest. Rest in a state of tranquility, so that I may commune with our sovereign and repledge my loyalty and devotion. For what answer will I find in some crumbling codex that I cannot supplied by our great sovereign himself? Entry 4. The secret is mine. So long I searched, so hard I toiled, but I was a fool. I was right to forego my studies for more ardent devotion to prayer. Last night, as I sit in the throes of meditation, our great sovereign did come to me. He passed to me the knowledge I have sought for so long. The secrets of transcendence were even more complex and arcane than even I could have imagined, and I will never transcribe them into any written work. Indeed, they have never been recorded. All my months of solitude were for naught, as the secret I so desperately sought could only be obtained through direct communication with our great sovereign himself. Soon I will walk the earth as a worm eremite, serving the sovereign in a state of endless undeath. Entry 5. Through the sacrifice of many innocents, the resurrection of many servants to aid me in my tasks, and the tireless performance of a nearly week-long ritual, I have completed construction of the Sands of Resolve. The transcendence to full lichdom will not be immediate, however. The vessel has been crafted, but my energy force, my soul, must be fully transferred into it. Not even our sovereign was quite certain how long this process would take, as it varies from one necromancer to the next, based on many factors both physical and spiritual. One thing, however, is certain. This hourglass must never leave my possession until the transference is complete. I grow more and more powerful every day, but in truth am more vulnerable than I have ever been. If something were to happen to the Sands of Resolve, if the hourglass should somehow leave my person, the connection between soul and vessel be severed. To think that my work, my life, could be eradicated so easily after I've come so close to success is almost more than I can bear. I have discovered the journal of the necromancer Celadon, and it appears he has used a magic hourglass called the Sands of Resolve to turn himself into a lich and extend his life indefinitely. The process is not yet complete, however, and the hourglass must remain on Celadon's person for some time, as it contains his life force. If I could remove the Sands of Resolve from Celadon's possession, perhaps through pickpocketing, he would surely die. And there's a novice calculator. Fantastic. So now we have all of our lovely potion making stuff. We have an alembic, calculator, mortar and pestle, and retort. So now we can start making some very powerful potions, which is exactly what we like to see. Now it says we have to remove the Sands of Resolve from his person, but I don't think we even have to do that. I'm pretty sure we can just kill him. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go kill him. It should be relatively easy to do. I mean, I've never had a difficult time killing Celadon, so I'm really not all that concerned with it. But hold on a second. Is there anything else in this area that I might want to discover? I suppose I can look through this on my way out. I can look through that on my way out, I suppose. Leaf Rot Hollow. I can go down there, I guess. I guess this is where I can go. I can go down here. What's down here exactly? Who's to say? Who's to say what's down here? Am I going to find Celadon down here? Hey, there he is. Yeah, they say, oh, he might be too powerful to face head on, but he's actually very easy to fight. He is actually quite easy to fight. Celadon is dead. I must pick up my reward and next contract at the dead drop located in an old sack hidden in the bushes beneath the great oak in the city of Coral. Okay, go ahead and pick that up, and his Sands of Resolve, which he can keep on his person because obviously it's not worth anything. So he can keep that with him if he so desires. Now, is there anything else in this area that I might want to have? I'm going to go ahead and check all of the coffins because you never know what could be in the coffins. There's some gold. Gold is definitely in the coffins, which is nice to see. Ooh, there's a couple lesser soul gems and some lesser souls. I will gladly take those. I am not going to argue with that. That is definitely something I will gladly accept. Now, how do I get out of here? How do I get out of here now? Aha, here we go. Door to Leaf Rot Cave. Now, is there anything more we can discover here in Leaf Rot Cave? Is there anything else? I mean, there's a rat there. There's a rat that I can kill. I suppose that'll work. There's also a zombie down there. I suppose I can shoot this zombie. I can shoot this zombie in the back. This headless zombie. Headless zombies are a little bit scarier than normal zombies, but does that mean they're terrifying? By no means. I will gladly take your mort flesh. Thank you very much. What am I seeing here? I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to explore the rest of this because you never know what you can find in this world. Hello there, Mr. Zombie. I'm just going to shoot you with some arrows. You are not a concern by any stretch. Not a concern, not a concern, not a concern. All right. Is there anything else in here that we might want to destroy? Anything else in here we might want to destroy? What's over here, per se? Oh, no! Ghosts. I'm not a fan of ghosts. Good thing, though, is that I can kill ghosts in 2 shots with my bows and arrows. The unfortunate thing is that arrows do actually bounce off of ghosts, and I do not see where they actually bounced off of. Can I actually search this ghost? Thank you. Yeah, I don't actually know where my arrows went to. That's the unfortunate thing. I don't see them anywhere. So hopefully they actually, you know, bounced off of them and didn't just get absorbed into the ghost itself. That would be, you know, not something that I desire. But all right, I think we can actually get out of here now. So let's make our way to that hollowed out rock. Let's go ahead and do that. Make our way to that place. Where are we going? I'm not sure. I'm just getting myself lost. I don't know where I'm going right now. I'm just kind of wandering about, not knowing where I'm going. Is this where I am going? It sure looks like it. Hello there. All right, guys, that is where I'm going to go ahead and call today's video. So thank you for watching this episode. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we go get to our next dead drop location, get our next set of orders, and take on our next contract. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.